irregular verb to be, or the linking verb. You're going to need to memorize and master the linking verb to be. You're going to see it a lot. It's a very common linking verb. Present tense, is, am, are, and sometimes be. Past, was, were. Present participle, be and being. Past participle, been. Is, am, are, was, were, be, being, been. Linking verbs do not show action. They link the subject with a noun or a pronoun, or they link the subject with an adjective. His mother is an accountant. Mother is the subject. Is our linking verb. An accountant is a predicate nominative. We'll go over predicate nominative in just a moment. But for now, understand that that is the word that identifies with mother. Mother is an accountant. The winners of the game were they in blue shirts. Winners is our subject. Of the game was a prepositional phrase, and we can cross that out. Were is the linking verb. And they is our predicate nominative. In blue shirts is another prepositional phrase that we can eliminate. Mary became sick after the high jump. Mary is our subject. Became is our linking verb. And sick is our predicate nominative. After the high jump is a prepositional phrase that can be eliminated, and so all you have left in that sentence is Mary became sick. There are three easy aspects of linking verbs. Linking verbs never show action. Linking verbs always link the subject with something. And linking verbs appear as a separate list. Here is a list of linking verbs. Master this below list. To feel, to taste, to look, to smell, to become, to seem, to sound, to grow, to remain, to appear, to stay, and to be. One thing you'll see that is common within all of these linking verbs is that they basically have to do with the existence. Something feels it some particular way, it exists. If something tastes, it's an existence of its taste. Everything here has to do with existing, which is basically to be. To check if a verb other than to be is serving as a linking verb, replace the verb with a form of the word to be. For instance, Joe seemed angry today. Seemed is our linking verb. Let's test it. Joe was angry today. Was is our linking verb. So they mean the same thing. So replacing the linking verb seemed with the word was gives us the same meaning to the sentence. Therefore, we know that seemed is our linking verb. Now let's talk about those predicate nominatives that we mentioned earlier. A predicate nominative is the noun or pronoun linked to the subject by the linking verb. For instance, my dad is the track coach at school. Well, at school is a prepositional phrase, so we can ignore that. Dad is our subject, is our linking verb, and coach is our predicate nominative. Mrs. Brody became our teacher. Mrs. Brody is the subject, became is our linking verb, and teacher is the predicate nominative. Again, my favorite subject is history. Subject is the subject, is the linking verb, and history is the predicate nominative. Remember, my favorite are just adjectives to subject. Predicate nominatives are easy to check. You simply invert the sentence with a predicate nominative in place of the subject and the subject in place of the predicate nominative. My dad is the track coach. The track coach is my dad. You see how easy that is to flip them around? If you can do that, then you know that the second part, or the part after the linking verb, is the predicate nominative. You can also try the equal sign approach. Mrs. Brody became our teacher. Mrs. Brody equals our teacher. If you could put the equal sign in place of the verb, that's a clear sign that it is a linking verb. And the two nouns or pronouns on either side are the subject and the predicate nominative respectively. That means the first one is the subject and the second one is the predicate nominative. In an interrogative sentence, that means a question sentence, the predicate nominative may be more difficult to find. In order to help you find all those parts, turn the sentence into a statement. Is Hannah the girl in the striped blouse? Hannah is the girl in the striped blouse. Hannah would be our subject, is the linking verb, and girl is the predicate nominative. In the striped blouse is simply a prepositional phrase we can ignore. So that helps us to then turn around and label the interrogative sentence correctly. Hannah is the subject, is the linking verb, and girl is the predicate nominative. You can see how the subject and the linking verb just switch places. Are you the new office manager? You are the new office manager. You is the subject, are is the linking verb, and manager is the predicate nominative. So we can then in turn label you as the subject in the first sentence, are is the linking verb, and manager is the predicate nominative. You can always just rewrite the statement on a scratch sheet of paper, take it from a question to a statement and rewrite it so that you can do this. Was Ralph the last person to leave? Ralph was the last person to leave. To leave is our prepositional phrase, so we can ignore that, just cross that out. Ralph is our subject, was is the linking verb, and person is our predicate nominative. So in the question above it, we cross out to leave, Ralph is the subject, was is the linking verb, and person is our predicate nominative. Did your nephew become a lawyer? Your nephew did become a lawyer. You can see when we make this a statement that we have a verb phrase. So this changes things just a little bit. Your nephew is the subject, did become, that's our verb phrase, our linking verb phrase, a lawyer, and lawyer is our predicate nominative. So when you label the question, you have to label nephew as the subject, did and become both as the linking verb, and then lawyer is the predicate nominative. I hope you will try all these tricks and tips to help you label your predicate nominatives, linking verbs, and subjects more accurately.